In the spirit of the holidays, we decided to do a match-off of the top desserts from Divas. So today we're gonna find out if Aretha's peach cobbler stands up against Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie and Dolly Parton's banana pudding.
So we're making like a lasagna, but you know, kind of like a lasagna.
I made Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie. I would say from start to finish, it took me about 3 hours to make. Not too time consuming as far as pies and baked goods go. Okay, so I'm adding 1 stick of butter, a half cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of agave syrup. Honestly, this doesn't quite seem sweet enough.
I made Dolly Parton's banana pudding. One of the major points in Dolly Parton's narrative is that she grew up very, very poor. She advertises it as kind of like a scraps recipe that embodies her childhood. Okay, so we are bringing this to a boil. I also usually don't bring milk to a hard boil, but this recipe says to bring it to a full boil. So I'm going to trust Dolly.
I was fortunate enough to get Aretha Franklin's peach cobbler recipe. There's a video of her preparing it with Emeril Lagasse. No shade on Emeril Lagasse and Food Network, but when they served it, it was very runny.
Yes, a scoop of ice cream can be a la mode.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So I took that in mind when I prepared it. The thing that stood out to me was just the sheer amount of butter in this dish. It wasn't enough that we boiled an entire stick of butter with the peaches, but then you use a whole nother stick to dot the bottom of the dough and to dot the top of the pie crust. But it was a lot of butter.
Take this diced butter like this and...
Sure, just a few pats here and there.
I feel like it needs to be sweeter than it is. What do I do? Patti LaBelle, help me. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Sorry in advance, whoever has to eat this. So there's a video of Patti LaBelle making her sweet potato pie on the Cooking Channel's website, and I have to say, watching it didn't really give me a lot of confidence in the pie. She just lays the strips of pie dough one direction and then lays the other strips going in the other direction right on top. It's not actually woven together. She's Diva, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants. So here's the pie before it goes in the oven.
So there are multiple recipes for Dolly Parton's banana pudding. The one that I was given had 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. So that is probably partially to attribute for the scrambled egg white topping. There's a video of Dolly making the banana pudding, and it's unclear in the recipe where the meringue comes from. It's just kind of there. You don't see her making it. You don't see how much sugar goes into it. And then they pull a beautiful, glorious banana pudding with meringue out of the oven.
Yes!
Here we go.
This is my favorite part. Funny thing about Aretha and I is we're both Aries, so I feel like I was pretty much born to make this.
All right, sprinkle some sugar.
Well, I haven't eaten the banana pudding yet, but I think it's probably safe to say it is not going to fare well compared to the banana puddings of the world.
Look how nice that looks. On the video, she's put the oven between 350 and 375, and on the instructions, it's just put the oven on 350, so that threw a wild card in my process. We will see.
Woo. If I drop this, I swear to God, I am just worried it's just gonna be a fucking mess.
Hi.
Hi.
We're gonna eat stuff.
I want to see perfection here.
Here we go.
Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie. What are your thoughts on this?
Great lattice work.
I think it's good lattice work. I'm not quite seeing the straight lines.
That's good.
Is it?
Yeah. The crust looks good. Lattice is a hard thing to do, so I admire the effort. Next is, I believe this is Dolly Parton's banana pudding.
Okay, so it's layered in there.
There's
oh, that's meringue. like a meringue.
Okay.
It does look like mashed potatoes.
And this is Aretha Franklin's peach cobbler.
I like it.
I like it too, man. This is good. Like, there's good color up here. I will say the lattice work. Actually, I think this lattice work is better, if we're gonna be honest.
I
Because
know.
look, do you see? There's like
yes, I understand what you mean about that, but there's something about the messiness that this owns,
This
as
looks more-
opposed to
right.
the perfection that this doesn't quite achieve.
This is very rustic, and I do love a rustic plating for a dessert. Okay, let's start.
Okay, sweet potato pie.
Oh.
Is there an amaretto or almond
What's
thing
happening? Yeah, there's something happening.
Yeah, it's either almond extract or amaretto, but
I
probably
have to
almond,
try
right?
again. Let's see.
It kind of fills in for sweetness. Almond is doing the heavy lifting.
Right, I do think I could have used a little more sugar. What do you think about the crust? A bit of a soggy bottom.
Soggy bottom's a problem. We'll have to eat the whole thing to be sure.
The piggy little bitches of Jezebel. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
That's good. Okay.
Like-
Thank you. Oh, why?
I'm trying to understand the meringue.
It's sweet. Like I think a banana pudding should be sweet. I'm gonna engage with the meringue separately.
While I appreciate the effort that goes into meringue, it's needless here.
I agree.
And that's Dolly's fault.
There's a wafer in this, right?
Yeah, the wafers are so saturated with the pudding that they are the pudding. I think it's great without the meringue.
I agree. Okay.
Oh, and this is
Who?
we know.
Aretha.
Aretha.
That's nice.
It's good.
Oh, that's so warm. It's really good. The crust is very buttery. What are your thoughts?
I mean, maybe
Are
it's
these
just our
canned
eating
peaches?
situation. Yeah, I
That's
would say.
okay. I love
maybe?
a canned
I don't
peach.
know.
No, they are. A canned peach has like a softer texture, and you can taste the syrup, which is like the best part
There's
of
a
canned
fruit
peaches.
cup thing happening here.
Right, which is amazing because I love a fruit cup.
I don't really like the fruit cup aspect of it. I do think that like it functions better as a dessert than the sweet potato pie.
Right, I agree.
It just like hits that spot
Right.
that you need it to.
Right, I'll have to take a nap after this. It's simple, it's to the point, but it is also executed very well.
Okay.
lot of
So now
sugar.
I have to rank them.
After a very quick, unanimous
Yeah.
deliberation,
Our third place is Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie. I just needed to do more.
it could do a little bit more. Who made Patti?
Oh.
I would not have used a ready-made crust.
Oh! I
The
get
lack
that.
of sugar was very strange.
Is there no sugar in it?
There's 2 tablespoons
That's
of agave
it?
syrup.
Of agave?
Okay.
No wonder.
You know, there were some challenges
Yeah.
involved.
Maybe you want something a little more subtle, in which case you would
Right.
employ this
I
option.
agree. Second place is Dolly Parton's
Banana pudding.
Okay.
Wow.
It is a solid banana pudding.
Yes.
Even for someone who does not like bananas,
With a totally needless
with
meringue.
a meringue that was superfluous.
That is the weirdest meringue
Yeah.
recipe I have ever executed.
It's like, first place goes to Aretha's peach cobbler.
Yeah.
It was so good. Made this. Oh, wow. Motor City's very own.
I mean, if anybody knows me, they know that I love Aretha Franklin.
There was an interview that Aretha did after Patti's pies blew up where she was like, well, now I'm gonna do pies. Like very sort of explicitly, like I'm coming for your pies.
Right.
She never got to do that.
But-
and until today. So,
She won. Congratulations.
yeah.
Yay! Yay, everybody who cooked food on a school night
Yeah.
and then brought it here.
Yeah, thank you for feeding us.
Thank you for feeding us.
You're outing yourself.
You're good in their own way.
They are. They're all very solid.